All right. Hopefully this works this time
Nice.
and doesn't cause any problems.
What was the problem before?
I don't know.
It sounded good on the laptop.
You know what? We're gonna do the premium first this time,
I love
Okay.
it.
just because
You're stressed out, man.
Let-
We'll get
let's-
the reads ready for the next one.
less stressed.
It's all right, man.
Blizzard. Let's talk about it.
Snow
okay.
day,
That's the big
baby.
thing this week.
That's what's on everyone's minds
And
around the
we're gonna-
world.
We're going to talk about the blizzard from a leftist perspective because a lot of people are
Uh-huh.
out there enjoying the snow, and I think
Yep.
that speaks volumes.
Mhm.
I was just thinking about how fucking many volumes.
It's
speaks.
a lot of
Mhm.
volumes. You'd think it was maybe
That's
one or
true.
two volumes. It speaks at least 11 volumes.
11 volumes.
Of which I've read.
Yeah.
I've read all of them.
No, it speaks them.
It speaks the
well,
volumes. You listen to
I've
volumes.
listened to the volumes.
You don't
Yeah.
listen to here's two things you're messing up this
Okay,
week. 'Cause
sorry.
You're not listening to the volumes, and you're not listening to Black Indigenous women of color.
Oh no! Every morning I wake up and I thank them, each and every one of them. I read out their names.
Bewalk,
Bewoks,
the Bewoks.
the black
The
women.
Ewoks?
Yeah, the black
Black Ewoks?
Yeah, the Bewoks. It's a race that lives on the moon outside of Endor, and basically, you know,
Uh-huh.
they're the dumbest characters in Star Wars.
They're dumber than the Ewoks?
Yes. And they're the most useless, worthless characters. But if it weren't for them, then the Death Star's shield would have never gone down, and Luke Skywalker,
They
wouldn't-
saved
the
the
white
day.
man wouldn't be able to get all the credit for saving the day.
Yeah, they should
Right.
have gotten the medals.
That's basically the moral of Star Wars, because the Ewoks, obviously, it's clearly a reference to BIPOC, the
Oh, you
The
think so?
Black Indigenous people of color. That's clearly what.
I don't get that reading.
That's
myself.
clearly what George Lucas meant.
Yeah. George Lucas.
Yeah. They're supposed to be there's BIPOCs, which are Black Indigenous peoples of color. And so I created the Ewok. So, and they're teddy bears, because there's basically two ways white people can look at Black Indigenous people of color. As sort of sexless, defenseless, cuddly creatures that just soothe their
Stuffed animals.
that basically soothe their souls by, they'll just feel pity towards the Ewoks, and that makes them feel better about themselves. Or on the other end of the spectrum, they want to kill them and hunt them for their clothes.
What does your black wife have to say about this, George?
She agrees with this part. What she doesn't agree with, and because this is a matter of narrative, of story,
Right.
is you couldn't just make a movie, and people used to understand this. You couldn't just make a movie where something bad happens and then it's up to black women to save it. That's boring.
Right.
You need the
Right.
lone hero, and only white people can afford the benefit of being sort of a lone wolf.
Oh,
white
I
men in
see. It's the
particular.
way only
Yeah.
rich white people can have unpaid internships. It's expensive to be a hero.
You couldn't make a movie about a bunch of black people doing it. It's certainly not a movie like Star Wars. Maybe a different movie.
Yeah.
So
like Soul Plane?
as close as we could get,
Well, Soul Plane was a community.
we have the
It
Ewoks.
didn't have any lone wolves.
We have the Ewoks bring down the shield, but then it's still up to one very special, unique white man to destroy the Death Star.
Yeah.
And so
Kind
you
of
reach
a boyish white man.
You reach a
too.
parity between the two, where one very powerful white man equates to an entire race of Ewoks.
That's
in terms
the
of,
lesson.
in terms of their shared ability and strength.
Interesting. What? Okay.
And let's not forget that Darth Vader is black.
That's true.
He's a black man,
His voice is black.
and he's Obama to me. In the
Oh, when
70s,
you were thinking when you made those Star
when
Wars.
I wrote Star Wars in the 70s, I was expecting. I said, "There's going to be an Obama."
You knew the name and everything.
Mhm.
Wow.
I knew that we'd have one.
Shouts out to Barry.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? What do you think he was doing on the snow day? Adam, what do you think Obama was up to?
Probably with his boyfriend
Oh yeah, being gay.
being gay.
I was gonna say he was clapping Michelle's cheeks.
No, that's bullshit. You guys saw the tweet about
Michelle
Jill
Seashells
Biden.
by the seashore.
Joe
Anyways,
and
the,
Jill,
the
right?
snow,
Yes. Yeah. Let's
Right.
get back to the snow.
the blizzard, because a lot of people aren't thinking about it in these terms.
Mhm.
But if you're out there enjoying it, you're showing your class privilege.
Mm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
by in what sense?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is how you
That's
do
true.
leftist analysis. You pick something that people are enjoying, and you
They're
say,
having a good
actually,
time. So snowballs.
actually, it's
The
bad.
colonial history of snowballs.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't know this, but when
Yeah. Socialism actually follows the same exact trends as markets. So you discover like the parabolic curves of takes.
Yeah, you see what's trending.
You see what's
right?
trending, but then you have to make sure you sell out of a position before it gets too hot.
Right. You buy the rumor, you sell the news.
like Adam was
Exactly.
just saying, you know what? The Joker's actually good.
Yeah.
Off mic, you were trying to get in on. You think the
on
market
the hot
is-
2006
Everyone-
Joker
everyone-
market.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone on the left, everyone
Yeah.
on the left, you know, I'll still be George Lucas for this.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, let's
go
go.
ahead.
Yeah,
They can
welcome
recognize
back.
the macro trend of eventually hating AOC.
Right.
Correct? It's
That's
all,
where
no,
it's trending.
no matter what, it's going to end in that direction.
Yes.
That she turns into a lib
like
or whatever,
Obama, basically.
whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
But within that macro trend, there is a parabolic curve of hating her and then liking her and navigating those takes
Mm-hmm.
while carving out a leftist grift angle for yourself.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. So this week, maybe you bit off more than you can chew by
Yeah.
making fun of her sexual assault claims.
Right.
Well, see, my position.
That's where you reverse it and say, actually, she's good.
That's where I.
And then
that's what I do.
In 2 weeks, when she does a fucking, instead of talking about healthcare, she does a fashion show with Big Bird.
Yeah.
That's where you buy back in on the AOC hate.
See, I'm long. My position is long. In
You're
the
long
market.
on it.
I like her.
You're investing.
I'm invested. I've
You're
voted
not
for her.
trading.
She's in I'm in her district.
My move is getting
And
wrecked on every
she's-
single move.
She's
Just
pretty
fucking
good.
living for the high of it. Every single play is
Yeah.
wrong.
Uh-huh.
Even though you recognize the long-term trend, in the channel, you're just fucking bouncing back and off the wall. Just really just demolishing yourself and getting fucked up the entire time.
Yeah.
Riding the high, I say, the high of losing.
Yep. It does feel electric.
When I
It does.
win, I feel nothing.
It does.
When I lose, I feel great.
I feel it all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel bad, but I'm feeling.
I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I lose to feel.
Honestly, the people really don't understand. It
Uh-huh.
feels way better to just get absolutely destroyed.
To
Yeah.
care about something.
To think that you're going to have a chance
Oh,
out,
absolutely.
because what it does is it confirms what you know on a very basic level, that the terminus of all of this is death, a meaningless death. Everyone will forget.
We're all
you.
going to the same place.
And then you know what? Because you're in a take channel yourself that is directed towards negativity, like everybody. People can't wait to figure out when to take shots at you after you die.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be beloved.
No,
After you die?
Nah, yes.
no one will.
Yeah, that's not true.
We're not headed in that direction.
I have a butt actually.
David Bowie fucked a child apparently, and everyone
he?
still liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I miss him every day, man.
So he had good music. Michael Jackson, half the people. You
well,
know.
come on, don't I don't need to go on the record
Have
again.
you seen Cat Williams' seminal Pimp Chronicles,
Of course.
Mhm.
where he absolutely destroys the notion that Michael might not be a pedophile?
Yeah, because he has a bunch of kid shit at his
Yes,
house.
That's a great bit and one of the best defenses.
well,
My point is, even despicable people who've done despicable things, if they have a legacy of
mhm.
either very good music. I guess I'm not a good musician, but I didn't do anything as bad as fuck a kid.
It's
Those
a very
guys
easy
did.
He
joke
never
to
will.
come up with a fake leftist analysis of the blizzard.
Yeah.
And we should stay on that
Okay, let's go back to it.
sketch, if you will,
Okay.
until it's the bit is done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because-
so about how
Because
snowmen is colonialism.
everybody that
Yeah.
has our job, which is maybe 15 people.
Yeah.
That actually like earn a living from it.
Yeah. They have to go either online or on these shows this week and talk about GameStop and this fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
this stupid thing. Like, you have to give your opinion about AOC's Instagram live video.
Here's my opinion.
Yeah.
How about when she put her hair back?
Oh yeah,
Titties-
she looked.
titties
You
were looking-
put her
you can
hair
see her
back and you
titties?
can see her titties.
And in your
But that's
opinion,
my take.
Can you imagine
Her
a guy,
politics are
take.
pretty
Can you
good and she
imagine
has big titties.
a guy
I'm
with
sold.
Down syndrome getting his dick sucked by just some big titted bimbo?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Sounds
blowing his mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
saw
this is a
video-
man. This is a man that's like, Oh, yes. The biggest day of his life was when he saw the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile on 95. And just slobbered
And
off.
by like a woman
By
with
the
huge
by
fake
an-
By the
tits.
fuck team
by
5.
an absolute 10.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Do you imagine what's going on in those neurons?
Dude, they're firing in
how
a
they're-
way that we can't even imagine.
And if you
Yeah.
could bottle that, lightning. I'm telling
Mhm.
you. And then we could all drink. We basically
Uh-huh.
we
Drink
jam,
retard getting his dick sucked.
As the retard's getting his dick sucked, we jam a bunch of needles into his brain and suck all the juices out.
Yeah, but then
And then we use that. We use that.
Yeah.
We fucking first of all go in and wipe out
Cleaner
all
than
of the
nuclear
all of the
energy.
corona vaccine laboratories.
Yep.
no,
It's
we just need that.
clandestine. And we replace it with the science to duplicate, to figure out that retard getting his dick sucked juice.
And we
And
basically
we put
have,
that in all
yes.
of the shots.
But it becomes a narcotic of sorts.
And then what you
Like
do,
the retard
what you
needs
do is
to
you
get his
spike
dick
the
sucked.
you spike the virus,
Mhm.
so it gets real bad, and then people are like, I got to get this vaccine. The entire population gets it, and then we're all just tripping off, retard dick suck juice.
Mhm.
I really like that idea. I think
This
we
is
should,
the kind of this is like the sort of the Machiavellian side of the New World Order,
yeah,
where it's like everybody, these guys just want to control the world, and it's like, yes, but for our benefit, so that
yeah.
you may think being forcibly
best we can
injected
hope
with
for-
chemicals out of a retarded person's brain
Yep.
is bad for
That
you.
sounds bad, of
It
course.
sounds bad.
No,
Yeah.
it's like the Matrix, but good.
But it's it's about understanding macro channels.
Mhm.
yeah.
Did you
Is that
think
even a
macro
word?
channels?
Does that
macro
channel? Is that
no, I don't think
know that
so.
means.
is that a word? Doesn't
No,
mean anything.
It's probably a word.
It sounds cool.
It sounds like a Peter Thiel word.
yeah. It sounds like if you're watching
Which
TV.
is, and I want to say,
It's like
both
channel-
of you have something in common with him,
what
and people can figure that out for themselves.
that we're
We're billionaires.
No, you're gay. You're both.
that we were forced out of. We were both forced out of the closet by Gawker.
Yeah. That we both could destroy Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
and that you can't stop.
No, I think he
Hulk
helped.
Hogan.
Hulk.
Hulk Hogan would be like, "Stav, why don't you come over here and make love to the area between my knees and my belly button? Why don't you clean it up with your mouth?"
Yeah, brother.
I made a mess. I spilled fucking
No.
New York cheesecake all
First
over my
of all,
balls and
you
ass.
guys-
Why
are
don't
the gay
you? Why don't
ones.
you clean me up, brother?
don't you clean-
HH.
First of
I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need to be cleaned up over here.
Oh wait, is it because I'm not Peter Thiel? I
Yeah,
have to
'cause you-
suck his dick.
Yeah, that makes sense to me now.
How does that make any sense?
That's what I'm telling you. You can't
makes
can't
sense.
try to take shots at me while I'm in a macro channel.
That's
He's
true,
in-
man.
he's
You're
firing.
too powerful right
The
I'm
now.
synapses.
I'm fucked up off retard juice.
Dude, I would like that.
I saw a video of, I don't remember who the porn star was. She's like Asian with big fake tits.
Oh, Asia Tatari,
Mhm.
It's not Asia Tatari.
the classic porn star. Remember when we were kids, like half of all porn stars were named Asia,
Uh-huh.
and then it got to the point where some of them weren't even Asian.
Yeah. I don't.
There were like 4 porn stars when we were kids.
That's so funny.
It was easy to keep
be
track
a white
of.
bitch named Asia.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
imagine-
That's a white trash name.
Yeah, well, it's like a black woman named White.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is so true.
Yeah. My name is Europe.
Yeah. Europe. A black girl named Europe is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess a Chinese girl named Africa to complete the trifecta.
Yeah.
A
that
white
would be
woman,
the most annoying
A
kind
white
of
woman
person.
named
Yeah.
Asia is kind of like the inverse of how like Hyundai tries to give their shit like Italian names.
Yeah, so not
They're like, oh no, this isn't a piece of shit Kia. It's a look. It kind of, if you close one eye, it sort of looks like a BMW.
Yeah.
doesn't it?
That's the shit they're on right now for
Yeah.
sure. They got
the
the fuck-
Sonata.
Sonata.
Hyundai Sonata, Hyundai Sexadulio.
No, but this video was actually, she was describing exactly what
Check
you-
out my penis and balls.
whoever this porn star was, and she's
Check out
famous,
my
and
penis
I jacked
and
off to her
balls.
quite a bit. I saw a video of hers on efucked.com and back in
Oh.
college,
Whoa.
where she is actually describing the phenomenon that you, Nick, were just talking about.
About sucking off a retard?
She said she loved to fuck retarded
Wow.
guys, and she even said that. That's a good song.
Yeah, well, it's
I like
perfect.
that.
It's perfect for like a porn star saying she would suck off a retarded guy.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when you suck me right there.
Mm-hmm.
Suck my fucking ass dick and my fucking burrows.
Damn.
It's a good song to get your dick sucked to.
I like that.
Dude, I love getting my dick sucked. Is this Chingy?
Chingy's featured on it. It's Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chingy is right there.
Yeah. Shout out to Chingy, dude.
That's also a borderline racial slur.
His name,
Yeah.
Chingy.
Chingy.
Wasn't that a reference to like he's so high he looks Chinese?
Oh, that,
I
okay.
thought it was like a ching ching, like the money machine, or like the.
Oh, money ain't a thing.
Oh, I was listening to more. So Twice, the K-pop band.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
They have an album called Eyes Wide Open.
Oh, hilarious. That's
awesome.
one just for you.
That
right
one's
there.
for me. That's how you know.
That's
That's how you know it was
Look,
meant to be.
Equal thing.
I-
That's so funny.
I'm aware enough to know that everything I like is because I was told to like it by somebody, some genius in an
Mhm.
office,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have
So
to.
you just go right to the source with K-pop.
I have to admit that they got me. I didn't find this.
yes.
There was
There
some
was a
Korean Don Draper.
Yeah. It's like we don't have enough racist white men
Yeah.
listening.
Just name the album Eyes Wide Open. To Korean people, they won't know.
Is that what Korean Don Draper sounds like?
To
white Yeah.
people? It's the only impression that I can sort of do. If I don't do it correctly, then I'll have to kill myself.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. I have not really been banging with K-pop.
Udon Draper.
Udon
That's
Draper.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I love a nice udon noodle.
Yeah.
A nice thickie.
Oh, I love a thick noodle. With the ramen, what was the ramen place we go to in Williamsburg?
Which one?
Samahashi's?
Sakadichi.
No.
Sukadikaka.
No. It's something else. But
There's
remember,
there's two Japanese. There was one of my early when I was learning how to use a smartphone because I didn't have even text messaging until like 2015.
I remember that.
that's right.
Yeah.
I remember
Didn't have Instagram.
phone free Nick.
Yeah, until very late in the game.
Yep.
Relatively speaking, I guess
Yeah,
it was
you
7
would
years.
you would log on the old-fashioned way. on
7
the
years
computer.
ago
You
now.
go
yeah.
to someone's house and use their computer for 3 hours.
I'll go to the library and I would sit on Twitter and I'd be like, I just saw the biggest lips on a. I'm not going to say what race it was, but you don't. And they're like, "Sir, your 10 minutes is up." Get up, I gotta finish my coffee. Sir, there's homeless people that want to use the library.
Homeless people. have
Homeless
to
people are
jack
trying
off.
to use the computers to masturbate. Yeah, that's always so. They get mad at homeless people for using the computer at the library for porn and stuff,
Mhm.
and it's like, what else is he going to
I
use?
know.
He's supposed to get Robinhood, make money, and then start a
Mhm.
small business.
Yeah,
That's what
Let the
computers
man
are there
jack
for.
off.
right. Like
That's
he's
what
supposed,
Japan had right.
like homeless
There's
people are
places
supposed
you
to
can
be
go to jack off.
on LexisNexis reading about fucking like population issues.
I know. Let the man fucking squeegee his cock a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Get some of the poison out. Maybe he'll be able to think clear. He'll
Mhm.
also be more docile.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
You
Well,
don't
like
want an
to-
angry
well-
homeless population.
homeless
Do you,
population.
have you hung
No
out at
way.
the library? I like hanging out at the library here because all the homeless people in New York have their own gear.
Yeah.
They always have like like an Alienware laptop
Totally.
with a fucking like
They really yeah.
like a cinder block
Yeah.
power adapter.
Yeah.
They get all their wires set up.
They've got a lot of wires. They got a lot of bags. Got
Yeah.
a couple different nice bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cyberpunk. The homeless.
When
here.
I lived in Austin, I would sometimes I couldn't sleep. And one thing that was great about Austin that you can't get anywhere else. I mean, probably any of the cities I've been to. That sucks that New York doesn't have it. Is like 24/7 coffee shops
Mm-hmm.
because Austin had a shit ton of them.
Interesting. Yeah.
LA has donut shops that are 24
and then
hours.
there was always like a place to just like set up shop.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That is
Mhm.
kind of
like
nice.
2 a.m. you could just get a coffee and bring your laptop and get writing done.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one night I was there at I think Bennu is the name of the coffee shop.
Gay fuckies.
Well, it was like I think a lesbian or maybe by just how the chips fell.
Yes.
That
that
how the
evening.
cookie crumbled.
How the cookie crumbled
Into,
It was you
sort
and a
of-
bunch of.
Just a lot of well, not that night. I mean, just in my experience of going.
It was always lesed out.
It was a lesbian hang.
Yeah, the lesbians, the wife beater wearing lesbians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They'd have to wear like 6 or 7 wife beaters because they still have
Yeah, yeah.
just
yeah.
delicious breasts. betraying their masculinity.
That always is. Yes, there is every once in a while like a very
Sir, excuse me,
like a very butchy woman.
sir,
with
may
just
I titty
just
fuck?
perfect.
awesome tits.
Just
Yeah.
the best,
Yeah,
and forbidden.
it's a
Which,
very,
before you
double
think that
forbidden
means
fruit.
that I would want to take them without permission, incorrect. I just want to maybe don my cap,
Yeah, just a tip of that.
just a tip of the hat, and fella,
I'd like to take
partner.
I'd like to take them with permission.
Right,
personally.
yeah, partner. Pleasure seeing you along this dusty road.
Beautiful breasts there, sir.
Sir, you have some of the finest breasts I've ever seen.
It's the nicest titties I've ever seen
Well-
on a Desperado.
It's been many a fortnight I can't remember since I've had the comfort of any soul, let alone a woman. And I would just like to say, if it was any possibility that I could perhaps titty fuck you in exchange for some offal or a hide, I'd appreciate it. No, well then I'll be on my way.
I'll be hitting the trail.
I'll respect the laws of the frontier and allow you to saunter on your,
And
big,
how about
your
now?
jiggly big titted way.
May I just look at them and jack off?
Maybe I will masturbate when I reach town and find bed for the night.
You can't
Ma'am,
stop me from taking
If it's
a mental
not too
picture.
much trouble, might I just look at them for about 30 seconds and jack off?
Can you describe the nipple to me? If not, to display it, maybe you could just, is it big? Is it the oval shaped kind? Because
Brown or
Do they
pink?
ever get sore?
when they're hard, does it squinch up? Like, what? Give me some vibe.
You got
How
some
big-
bumpies on
How
there.
big is the nipple when it's soft?
I'm very close. Like I said, it's been a while since I've had comfort, and your titties right now, let me be honest with you, from a leftist perspective, they speak volumes. They are speaking volumes to my dick and balls right now.
One of the worst, like most scraggly faces you've ever seen in your life. Just a lady with like a fucking eyebrow piercing, little mustache,
Yeah.
but still, the cowboy, he's trying to look at those breasts.
I'm trying to see your breasts.
Let me see your breasts.
Let me see you on the breasts.
Just a woman that looks like Matthew McConaughey. with awesome tits.
Yeah, that's a classic Leslie look. Just the golden, like Jerry curled mullet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Ma'am, I was wondering if I could maybe suck on your pussy.
Now,
Oh, you got the Apple Watch.
I did.
I was staring at it for like 30 seconds, and it was like, I'm like, why is that not registering in my head? What am I observing?
I got a fucking Apple Watch, mate. I got to be honest, I miss my Fitbit.
Man, I'm getting like holes in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what?
I don't know, but I'm staring at it, and I'm like, I know what that is. That's my thought.
Oh, that's
Is
just
that thing, there's an
yeah.
object not registering in my head, and it's
Oh, yeah, dude.
Something is off.
welcome to the life of Adam.
I have been fucking getting so stupid. And it's like, you're like, oh, it's getting older. It's like, we're not old enough for that to
It's
happen.
precipitously dumb.
well, it's being locked in your apartment. For
Yeah.
a year, you know.
Nah, that's how my brain is really fucking dog shit. I forget words a lot. I need like sometimes a day to warm up. If I'm ever gonna use my brain, I need like a day to be like, all right, well,
Mhm.
I have to think about using my brain.
We got to start doing baby Einstein videos,
I'd love that.
like how you make your baby smart
Yeah.
to make ourselves smart.
Is that the videos your dick watches?
Yeah, it's
Baby
true.
brainstorm.
I have an incredibly intelligent penis,
No, but it's little.
but small.
Like a baby.
Small and intelligent. That's why I call it baby Einstein, because the bush is massive.
It would be cool. Oh yeah, your pubes look like Einstein's.
I got an Einstein hair kind of bush.
Vaginstein.
Didn't he get pussy from his cousin?
He did.
Nice. Dude.
I think he was initially married to his
The
cousin.
theory of relativity.
The theory of
Is
relativity.
getting pussy from your cousin.
I gotta piss.
Okay. Yeah, dude. Adam, do you have any cousins you would fuck?
No, I don't. I always wished I had one. I had a by marriage cousin, and she was adopted also. So multiple
double. You're
multiple
in the clear
loopholes.
twice.
who I definitely would have. If I had the ability to speak to a woman at that time, I would have said hello. I would have said hi, excuse. Bye.
Where did you see her? Would she come to
I would
family
see her
functions?
every couple years. Yeah, she lived in San Diego.
Nice, dude.
She was.
You should look her up, dude.
I did. Yeah. She lost the magic. She's a little bit. She got a little bit bigger.
Damn.
But yeah, she was perf. How about you? Your lesbian cousin?
I can't say that I ever did want to fuck my
I was the
cousin.
eldest cousin on both sides. I was so I didn't have.
I never wanted to fuck my cousin, but one time she was sitting on my lap and I got hard. And I was embarrassed, but I also feel like maybe that turned her into a lesbian.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You know?
Yeah, you know those situations where you just touch a woman and you kind of get hard.
Well, I was like, yeah,
it could be an old woman too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You can give someone a hug and just.
Who's the oldest woman you've been like? I would love to wreck her shit.
In real life?
In real life, like if you ever come across an old woman, you're like, damn. Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna say who.
Oh, there's a specific. You can't just describe her. I can describe
elegant. Yeah. Elegant.
Yeah, I had an English professor who was, just like seemed a little uptight. Had like a little wore glasses.
She was a bitch.
I would just love, but I could tell like she had a little soft spot for the kid, dude.
Oof.
I was like, I would have loved to just ram her out real fast.
I had I dated a girl and I met her grandma and she was on her way to tennis and I was like, yes, that's right, you fucking
damn, some
little
old
whore.
little slut getting her fucking.
She was wearing her little tennis. She was ready to go get turned out.
She was ready to get her fucking pussy, her whole stretched at tennis practice.
Yeah, she had to be like 78 years old.
That's a little too old even for me, my friend.
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna think about what.
No, I'm talking like who have you seen? And you're like, damn, my prick is moving, and I am trying to fucking.
I remember there was a school nurse that was an old woman that she like touched me a couple times, and I felt like ASMR tingles.
I went to get a legitimate massage at a place that happened to be all Chinese ladies, and the lady was old.
Yeah.
And but not super old, maybe like 50s. And not particularly attractive, but there was a little something to her.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I know this is a legitimate massage place, but I just hope she starts sucking my dick right now. And I know the secret doesn't work because I've never visualized anything harder and faster than that. And I was let down, unfortunately. It didn't happen. And she kind of crept to my... I think they kind of know what they're doing over there. They're being a little coy, massaging closer to your dick as you get a little half-hard cock going.
Being a little Joe Coy, a little bald. Bald.
She looked exactly like Joe Coy.
I'm back, everyone.
Las Vegas.
In case you worried, I accidentally ripped my penis off in the bathroom.
Yeah,
but
he's a professional.
It wouldn't be the first time. Folks.
But folks, he couldn't find his extra small knife.
It would be funny to be like a trans meetup, and like like a meetup.
Just a group of friends.
Is stuff like a woman. Yeah, well, no, like a meetup, like meet other trans women.
A meetup group,
and then you're in the whole. You got the whole the accoutrement montandre. And
what do you mean, just dressing like a woman?
Yes.
You got all the good equipment.
And they're like everybody's talking about their like journey or whatever, and you're like, oh no, I zipped my penis. I accidentally ripped my...
Yeah, I just kind of lopped my cock off, and I figured this would be easier to turn into a pussy.
I didn't have health insurance, so... I just...
So I just decided I'm a chick now.
So you just have a hole in balls.
I don't have. I have balls that I'm
zipped my penis shut in my jeans.
I have balls that I've been letting guys fuck as a pussy.
Yeah, I've been letting people titty fuck my balls because I had a zipper accident.
Yeah, you know how it is to be a fucking chick like us.
And they're
You
like,
know,
that's
pussy.
fucking offensive. You don't belong here. And I'm like, wow, that speaks volumes. Because what you think is transphobia is actually your own classism.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Because
From
you
a
can
leftist
afford a nice
perspective.
turbo
you
pussy.
can get a nice one.
Me, I
Whereas
had to accidentally
Simple
chop
folks
my
like
penis
myself
off.
who just have to covered in zippers because that's the only type of clothes they can afford.
That's true.
We don't even have. Growing up, we didn't have shirts. All we had was zippers.
Yeah.
So my mom would buy, just a bulk. She would get it on the precursor to Amazon. Which,
Yep.
Which was, I don't know, fucking.
I can't even
Lycos.
think. Yeah,
it was all
pets.com.
There was like a million search engines back in the day.
Yeah. There
And
was
then Google won.
Alta Vista.
I don't even remember.
Can you imagine
when
how
I-
much you got to hate yourself if you were the guy that ran like Hotbot or something? You look at Google now, and they're like, "What the fuck? How the fuck? We did the same thing."
They just
How
had
the
a better
fuck is that?
algorithm.
He's like, no other industry works that way. Even if you made the shittiest car in the world, you could at least get 30 years and make a couple
Yeah.
$1 million back when cars were new.
Yeah.
And that's why they need to fucking bust up the fucking big tech
Yeah.
so we can have Ask Jeeves back and we can have fucking.
I need that back.
Hot
Ask
box.
Jeeves to suck my dick.
Yeah. No, I'd rather not, sir.
Jeeves, are you gay?
Maybe.
That was Jeeves was for rich people that had butlers. I think if you use Jeeves, it speaks volumes about.
Yeah, it does.
It speaks volumes to how you thought. You think a man should have to do his labor. You think you own Jeebs' labor?
Mm-hmm.
No.
The only real labor is showing your penis and balls on cam.
That's true. Should I just show my cock on cam, do you guys think?
For what?
I don't know.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know. Is there some kind of there's some kind of way where that makes sense?
What?
Can I show my cock and balls for something and make some money off it?
For socialism.
I just want to get. I want to get a job at the state fair and make it a 24/7,
What would you do?
365. Run the
Funnel
car
cakes?
smash
Pussy
or
stay on my
be
mind.
the announcer at the
No, it
destruction
doesn't.
derby.
That would be cool.
That'd be
job.
cool.
That
Yeah.
would be cool.
And now,
How do
here
you
it
get that
comes.
job? Do you have to announce various events? Or
Well, I'll
you-
just tell them I'm like a beloved broadcaster.
yeah, that's true. You already have an in.
I'm on a Hot 97. My name's Sway in the morning, and they won't know because they don't.
Mhm.
He's a radio guy. Nobody knows what
Yeah,
he looks
no
like.
one's ever seen him.
hmm It would be funny if there was a guy that had just been getting away with, like everyone thought he was black, even till
Mhm.
now. He's
Yeah.
like, nah. I mean, I don't be like, there ain't no damn cameras in the studio.
Yep.
We don't do.
Uh-huh.
It's just pure radio,
It's just theater of the mind.
theater of the pussy.
hmm That's my favorite type of theater.
Yeah, theater of the
I
pussy,
love
puppetry of the penis, and some theater of the pussy.
Oh damn! I would
Mhm.
love some theater of the pussy right now.
Yeah, I don't
AKA
even.
my dick.
What's happened this week? I've just been watching Degrassi.
Nothing. I don't
nothing.
think- I made
Yeah,
a bunch
I've-
of chili.
I completely checked out of
The
world.
the GameStop thing.
The
Shouts out to
GameStop
those
thing happened
guys.
last week, right?
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
I guess this
Shout
is
out
the
to those
premiere,
guys.
so. Shout out to which guy? Just saying.
Shout out to those
Shout
guys.
out to the GameStop guys.
A thing happened. Yeah, there was. I guess Iran has. They've developed.
mean it.
Shout out to those guys.
Shout out to those
Shout out
guys.
to you. First of all, yes. Shout
Yeah.
out to Iran.
Iran.
Shout
they
out
might
to
have
the GameStop guys that bankrupted one hedge fund.
Iran can now enrich 97% uranium. Yeah, there we go.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I hope Iran fucking nukes us.
They won't. Iran's not going to
No,
do
I
shit.
know. Iran. We killed that one guy, and they're
Iran,
like,
we
fine.
should literally give our nukes to Iran.
That'd be cool. I want some of that crunchy rice that Iran.
We already have a blueprint for how to prevent any kind of like nuclear disaster. It's either
Mhm.
no one has nukes or everybody has nukes.
Right.
That's what we did during the Cold War,
Mutually assured destruction.
and it resolved itself. We should just give half of our nuclear weapons to Iran, and the other half to North Korea.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And Palestine should get one.
Yeah.
And
Well,
those-
we should nuke Israel. The entire world should nuke Israel.
I don't. You know what? I'm not willing to go that far, but I think Palestine should get one. I think Jamaica should get one. Cool running style.
Yeah.
That would be
They should
so
get the
sick.
shittiest nuke, but learn to, as a team, how to win. This is a good. Yes, sir. Two. Suck into my dick. 3. Suck into my 4. Then you gotta breathe. 1 into 2.
Classic.
Maybe that'll be my vibes for the rest of the week.
You're on
Listening to
you're
Fab?
on Fabo kick.
Yeah, just fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm logged on
So
to
who- it wasn't-
fuckbeeps.com.
Who was
That's
it
my
that
favorite line.
Who was it that was in that era that stabbed himself in the eye?
There was a guy that was
Tried to kill himself and he stabbed himself in the eye.
There was a guy who cut his own penis off that was in a Wu-Tang affiliate.
Yeah.
Oh, he was way down the line.
But he
though.
was like a third
old,
level.
old
Yeah.
dirty madam.
Yeah.
Older. Yep.
Post-op killer.
Post-op kill is very good also.
Yeah, Adam, what do you think about that?
No, I like it.
Post-op killer.
Let me see here.
Maybe it
Method
was
Method
Houston.
Woman.
Maybe it was Houston that did it.
Houston?
Yeah, that.
I don't even know who that fucking guy is. I thought that
just
was
know
a Chingy
that.
song.
I know that song.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Sucking to my dick.
Yeah.
Fucking to my
R&B
ass.
singer Houston gouges eye out after apparent suicide attempt.
Respect for that.
Yeah, now I remember that.
Most people take pills or some gay
Mm.
bullshit. That man stabbed himself in the eye.
Yeah.
I would never kill myself like that.
Adams excused himself to go to the bathroom.
I'm the only guy who punches in for the whole hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take a break. I just fucking phone it in for 1 hour.
Yeah.
But I'm on the mic. I'm on this motherfucker the whole time.
Yeah, I'm more of like a do a little work, have a little
Take
sex.
a little
Do a little work, take a little step, have a little sex,
have a little sex,
fuck a
get
little
wild
bitch.
tonight.
get pussy tonight,
Yeah, pussy tonight, suck a
that-
little dick,
suck a little dick,
fuck a little ass,
have sex tonight,
be gay tonight,
be gay tonight,
be
suck
gay
my fucking
tonight.
dick,
Suck my fucking dick,
eat a fucking ass.
eat a man's ass.
I'm gay tonight.
I'm gay tonight. I'm gay tonight. Let me suck you off. Baby, can I see your fucking dick? I wanna suck it. You delicious fucking balls, yeah. I'm fucking gay as shit.
What's coming out this week? What movies are out?
There's that Denzel movie with Rami Malek or whatever the fuck his name is.
Bend It Like Denzel.
Bend it like Denzel. And it's just Denzel twisting a penis.
And Denzet like Ginzel.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Do you think a chiropractor could make a man's penis straight? Because I hook to the left, and I'd like a very straight cock.
You guys think about how cinematographer sounds like a word made up by Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
It's very stupid.
You think he knows the word cinema?
Homer?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He's a fictional character. Homer Simpson was an astronaut. He went to space.
That's true. That is actually true.
Yeah.
You know what is fucked up though? That the job of cinematographer, what exactly does the director do? Cinematographer is doing a lot of the work.
Well, a director works with the actors, and the director's job is to like coordinate the actors.
I guess, but it's less work.
with the overall like direction of the picture.
I suppose, but doing all the fucking like you don't even. I used to think the director literally held the camera, which maybe they don't have to do that, but framing all the shots and shit. Most of the
Well,
work
the
is
DP
being
doesn't hold the camera either.
Well, I know that now, but I'm saying, in a perfect world, it should be the guy holding the camera.
In a perfect world, you'd suck my dick.
And also, the actors also act. No, that would not be that'd
It's
be
a
a
perfect
very
world.
bad world.
In a perfect
That'd be
world,
one of the worst worlds of all
it's a
time.
perfect world.
And I'll never be in that
and you're
world.
sucking my dick.
I'm not, dude.
Stop sucks my dick.
There's no world where I'm sucking your dick, unless you do turn into a hot woman.
It's a perfect world, and you're sucking my dick.
That's interesting. What if we none of us knew each other for 10 years? We never spoke. We meet again.
Talk to
We meet again.
Yeah.
I'm
And
looking for
one of
any-
us is trans, and she's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has
But
forgotten
you
her
have,
whole
like,
past.
You have 10 years of distance, right?
She doesn't mention her. Like Nick comes through, and she's fucking Esmeralda.
Hot
And
ass
she's got
Nick.
big tits.
Yeah.
And she doesn't. She's like.
breast Merelda.
Mhm.
She's got a little bit of Nick's like affect, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
she's like, but she's worked on herself.
But then
and-
you're having sex with
And that's the thing.
You're having
She-
sex with a girl with Esmeralda, right?
You're having sex
You don't
with
have to say
Esmeralda.
girl Esmeralda.
No, you don't say
You're having
Nick.
sex with Esmeralda, and then
Eh.
so you do something. You do a laugh or something, and it triggers all the memories of the past.
That would be horrible.
Right?
Totally flex.
Told him up,
And then-
light it up, nigga.
This is a
Birdman.
great song.
Yeah.
Great track. And then everything comes flooding back,
No, I mean,
And then-
she doesn't have.
and then
fucking
Esmeralda
amnesia.
just says, "Yes, ma'am."
No. She no. That would be horrible.
Esmeralda.
That would be horrible.
And you thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. I my question is, would you do you think you could fuck your friend? Could you fuck one of us if after 10 years we come back and we're a hot ass girl and we don't even talk about our past life, but you would know? Could you fuck us?
No.
I don't think I could either.
No way.
Maybe you. I was looking at
Me.
your back.
You said my lower back is that
Is
of
like a
that of
woman's.
a woman.
Close. If I looked at Nick's back and I looked at your back, I could probably, honestly, in a pinch, fuck somebody with a back like yours. I'm not saying you.
In a prison type
In a
situation.
prison type situation, just in an absolute pinch. But that's not even talking. I'm not. I don't know about your ass. I don't know about your balls. Any of that stuff. Your balls are probably too low for me to fuck.
Yeah.
If I was gonna
you
fuck a
just-
man, I would like a man with little tight
Yeah,
balls.
if you were.
And you have little balls, but they don't hang
All right.
tight enough.
Again, with that, it's not. Come on.
It's true.
It's not true.
It's true.
Second of all, if you were sodomizing me, yes, my low hangers would be slapping you in your balls. And I think
don't
that
need
would be a
that.
distraction.
I don't
I
need
think
that
it would
at
be a
all.
distraction.
That would piss me off.
It's kept me out of a lot of sodomy style situations.
You're bent over. A guy's about to fuck you, and he's like, "Oh, look at those fucking.
Look at
balls.
those balls.
Look at those. Long,
I can't even
look at those
pretend this is a
droopy
lady.
things."
I could have pretended this is a woman with short hair, but
Yeah.
the balls
The balls, disgusting.
and the lack of a nice ass.
The
too.
low balls are
Yeah.
disgusting. Yeah, you do have some fucking toothpick legs.
They're not
Sorry.
toothpicks,
Yeah.
and my balls aren't that small.
They are small.
No, they're normal size. It's just the scrotum.
We've been over this so many times, Adam. Just admit you
My
have little
penis
balls.
still reaches the end of the balls, which I understand to be what
Wow,
women.
now you're fucking bragging. Okay. Now you're bragging. Your balls go all. Your dick goes all the way to the end of your balls.
Sometimes it does.
Come on, man.
Most of the time,
Can you, even if that's true, show some decorum?
I know I shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Some people listening, not me, might not have a penis that goes all the way to the end of his ass.
My friend sent a meme like a black girl meme that to the group chat that was like, if his dick don't go to the end of his balls, if it fall out when you on top, if it, and it was like all this check, then he got a small dick, and it was like all of us went through all of them, and we're like literally we all of us were like I meet
This has
every
happened.
every
Yeah.
single one of these criteria right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does feel nice when you don't get a single slip out of the pussy at all.
Oh yeah,
When you don't have a single slip
you
out.
feel like
an
Lexington
an
Steel.
entire sexual encounter. Yeah, I feel incredible, dude.
I feel like goddamn Lexington Steel. I'm wearing Jordans right now.
Yeah. I'm wearing shoes. I'm
I'm
wearing
wearing
shoes
shoes.
for traction.
For traction.
For traction when I hit it from the back. I put on my snow boots and I get pussy from the back, dude.
Damn, I'm already thinking about what kind of dumbass movie we're gonna watch.
We're watching 48
We're watching
hours.
48 hours.
Oh, 48 inches. And it's
That's a movie about
about
me.
how tall Adam is.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, what are we getting for lunch is the real question.
Some Philly cheesesteaks.
I thought you brought chili.
I do
I
have
just
chili,
said I
that's
didn't.
true.
I shot from the hip on that one, and now I would love
a Philly cheesesteak.
a big greasy
I
sloppy
wouldn't mind a
cock.
sandwich. Whoa.
Well, I mean Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheese penis.
I do have chili, and you know what? I'm interested. I can't wait to see what you guys
just
think.
hanging out in some like fucking just South Philly
Yeah.
sandwich shop. You
You're
know,
like,
just like this is fun. It's delicious. I mean, it's a mess. I feel like I'm sucking a big cock over it. No, I'm just saying. It just looks. It's
Just
like that.
imagine.
Nah, it just looks like that. I'm visiting from New York.
I wouldn't do it. I'm saying it looks like that.
I live in New York. I just had to get away from my wife. Who I have sex with her. I'm straight. I just had to get away from her for the weekend. And, I'm just looking for like a different experience or something.
Meet some cool people.
Just meet people. Hang out down here.
I don't know nobody here. I can do whatever the fuck comes up.
I just want to meet cool,
Philadelphia.
interesting people.
It's a beautiful city, Philadelphia.
Oh shit!
Beautiful.
Beautiful place. I've just flew in from San Francisco. Yeah, my mom finally let me go on a trip by myself. My people
the closeted Italian guy rapes his friend San Frangelico guy.
Yeah, no, I've never been on vacation before.
Yeah, I want to meet cool. I want to meet cool guys too.
Yeah, I just figured I'd come into town and meet some members of the Italian community.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm actually over here. I was just saying, I'm also Italian.
Mm-hmm.
You ever eat a sandwich you think it's a cock?
What about you, Adam? You ever eat a sandwich and think it's a cock?
Yeah. I mean, if you were a homosexual, you wouldn't eat a penis.
You wouldn't eat a penis. Why would you download a movie?
I love those commercials that made zero fucking sense.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm wired now. I drink too much coffee. I definitely want a cheese.
Definitely want pussy.
Definitely
want
some
pussy.
pussy. Definitely want.
Definitely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pussies. Burn. Big pussy burn. I need to get pussy burn.
Who makes a cheesesteak around here?
Tony Luke's, downtown Brooklyn. I mean, honestly, with something like a
I
cheesesteak,
saw
you're
that
better
on
off just going to a
Grubhub the other
fucking
day.
chain.
A chain?
You know? Yeah, just some shitty, the
Yeah,
shittier the better.
Literally
honestly.
a bodega, too.
Mm-hmm.
The best cheesesteak is just fucking Steakums and provolone.
Uh-huh.
Not Steakums.
What I like
no,
to do
Steakums
is
are good.
No.
Yes.
I like to get a
I'm
New York style.
I'm about to physically attack you.
You're about to suck this dick and
No, I'm
love
gonna
it. That's what
karate
you're
chop
about
you
to
in the
do.
fucking throat.
No.
If I could even find
So
it.
what? My throat is very prominent.
Several layers of
My throat is very clearly seen.
of chinichios.
And what the fuck is a chinichio?
It's several chins.
Oh, that's good.
This guy's got more chins than China. You remember that?
That's
yeah,
a good
that
one.
was a good one.
That
Remember
was
that
a
one?
classic one.
That was a really
You
good
know,
one.
bad jokes, the first time somebody said them,
Mm-hmm.
must have fucking went off.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
The first time anyone heard that, that's a good joke.
That probably crushed.
That's a good joke the first time.
That probably killed.
Mhm.
Yeah, like imagine imagine being the first guy to say the night is young.
Yeah.
Your dick must have felt so big.
That's
Yeah.
not a joke, though.
I know,
It's
but
just
it's a good
thing to
saying.
say.
No,
Yeah.
he's right. It's a joke, Adam. Not only did he come up with a good premise, he was consistent throughout it. And the thought.
The night is young.
It's the same goes for jokes as turns of phrases. I'll put it that
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm getting a nice big Flocati rug. You guys know those rugs?
What are they? I need to get rugs for my new
I
apartment.
need a
Oh,
chair.
I'd love to talk.
Now that
rugs
we're
with
back
you.
in
Where
my
are you?
apartment.
Who's the rug plug for you?
Well, my mom actually.
Your mom.
My mom like repairs
Repairs
rugs. But so she's got she knows the market down there. But dude, honestly, I went on Etsy and I found a beautiful little killam.
that red thing that you have?
I have the red one has been in my.
It's
family
funny to
for
imagine
years.
That's really nice
stepping
rug,
onto
yeah.
a magic carpet that's like hovering.
And
through.
it's,
love
and it's
to go on a
flying
magic
without
carpet
issue.
ride.
It's flying without issue. I already know where you're going with this. There is no issue with me flying on the magic
It's
carpet.
3 feet off the ground.
It is not dragging. It's not the magic carpet. Is not the magic carpet is
goes
not
right to-
exhausted.
right to the floor.
It's not on the floor. It's soaring like it would anyone else.
It's just blowing up around him like Marilyn Monroe's dress, and his feet are in the middle.
no, it is not.
And he's like, "What?
I am
Trying to-
flying.
Trying to
I'm
tamper-
amongst
I can't
the stars.
control this thing. It's like an umbrella, an upside down umbrella.
It's not like that at all. It
What
is
the
like
hell?
a beautiful cruising.
What the hell
magic
won't this
carpet.
thing work? It's like a catamaran. You got to figure out how
I
to
step off and just
balance your weight here.
Yeah, dude.
What happened to my dick?
What
Where
happened
did
to
my penis
dick?
go?
Where did my penis go?
I cut my
talking shit.
penis off.
It turns out I'm a girl, so I chop my fucking penis off.
Clips his penis off.
Damn.
What happened to my
that
dick?
boy?
What happened to my dick?
He was talking gay. We chopped his dick off and made him two of them.
Ain't no nigga, but you smell, money smell. Coca leaf plant, straight off the border.
Coca leaf fresh.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? He was talking shit, we put a clap into that boy. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
That was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah, this
Enough.
is a DJ show now.
That was cool. I love how you messed with the highs, the lows, and the mids.
It's fun, dude.
Enough cock in my ass to make a guy lose sleep. Enough cock in my
in
ass
high school,
to make a homo lose sleep.
the black girls, I thought they loved me, but I think in retrospect they were just making fun of me.
They were
but,
making
100%.
fun of it.
but they used to make me get in the middle of a circle and do the Harlem Shake for them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was like my thing that I had to do for them before they'd let me leave the circle. And at the time I was like,
girls.
at the time I was like, these girls love me. There was a girl, her name was D Glorious.
Incredible name.
Yeah,
Glorious.
She was like a shot putter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Hefty
she was
gal.
a big girl.
She have huge tits.
She was just big. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And then
What about you, Adam? Are you big?
No, I'm quite the opposite.
You're a little guy.
You're
Yeah.
tiny.
I'm not tiny.
You're a little
tiny.
guy.
You're a little guy.
I'm an
You're
average height. I'm
You're
probably
gay.
You're a tiny little
You're a
guy.
tiny
Not
little gay guy.
You're a tiny little gay guy.
I'm not gay.
That's true.
Not that there's anything.
Dude, I was
wrong
watching
with that.
Degrassi last night.
Yeah.
There's a scene where, like, so the teacher's name is Miss Kwan, but she's like she's just a homeroom teacher.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's this scene that opens, and and this is like, they've been in this class for a while, I guess, but it's just Miss Kwan is like underlined 9 times on the board, and then behind her is just a bunch of random Chinese like nonsense. Which
What do you mean? Like
just fucking like
writing,
Chinese
letters?
scribbling.
Oh, like somebody wrote it to be
Uh-huh.
racist to her? Or
I have
she
no
wrote it?
idea.
Mhm.
I don't understand why.
Because typically people that are racist against the Chinese don't know how to make their letters.
wrong. Incorrect.
I said typically, not you. You're the
I am
exception
typical.
that proves the
I'm
rule.
I've whether you like it or not, I'm the average American.
Yeah.
I have a strong independent spirit, and I'm barely self-sufficient.
That's true.
I'm feeding myself
Mhm.
by mistake, not by design.
Yep. Yep.
I'm a highly unstable individual.
That is true. I'm not gonna fight you on that one.
that is a typical. You cannot get more. The only non-American aspect about me is that I don't have a heroin needle in my arm right now.
That's true. You
But-
opt for pills instead.
But
to,
you
to
have
be continued.
you have a bunch of
This
straws and aluminum foil.
The story goes on.
yeah.
The story continues. The cosmic ballet goes on.
I watched what do you call it, Intervention the other day.
anything.
An old A&E Intervention. There was a
Didn't I? What if I
What's
just
that?
quoted The Simpsons until you finished?
Oh, yeah,
saying
yeah.
your
That
story?
would be something.
There's a
that'd be
hair. It
something
was a
else.
girl. It was a
Moe's Tavern.
it was a girl addicted to heroin.
Nah, there's nobody named fucking David Faggot here. All right, I'll check. I'm looking for David Faggot.
Yeah, that's Mo getting
Mo's
a call.
cock is
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Mo's cock is small.
That's funny. That would be funny if Bart did that. Anyway, the girl was addicted to heroin,
Uh-huh.
and she was pretty hot.
Remember the
honestly.
Joey-
Oh, I
Joey.
remember her. I fucked her.
And
Mo, I got this friend, Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo. Oh, my, that's the stupidest name I ever heard. And then the guy runs out, crying. And then Barney goes, No, Joey Jojo!
That's a great name. That's a great.
Did you ever
joke.
see that bit in Spanish?
No.
The Homer goes up to the bar and he's like, Mo, mi amigo llama, fucking, It's like Juan Batista, Juanisto, Batista Tucha,
Really?
Batista. Yeah, let me see.
They
if I
don't
can
just
find
make it Joe. They just can't just stay Joe.
No.
Yeah,
No,
'cause it has to be
a
Ho.
it has to be a silly Spanish name.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's pretty inventive.
Um,
The lady that plays Bart, the voiceover lady, she does a master class I saw, and she teaches you how to be a professional voiceover actor.
Yeah, you just have a good voice.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
the
she
fucking
teaches you
class.
tricks or something.
Nah. You could never do it. You have a disgusting voice.
I can't even believe I'm in broadcasting. I hate the sound of my voice.
But I have a beautiful voice.
Yeah,
It's
you're
distinctive.
gorgeous.
It's got a nice
One of the most
timbre.
beautiful voices I've ever heard. You could be one of the 3 tenors.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be one of the tenors, and the other 2 would suck my dick.
We are kind of like the 3
Pavarotti
tenors.
would suck my dick.
I'm
Juan Bautista Junior. Mo, dame un consejo.
¿Sí?
Tengo un amigo que se llama Juan Bautista Junior Shabadú.
El peor nombre que he oído.
¡Ah, es Juan Bautista!
classic.
That's
Shabadoo.
good. You watch a lot of Simpsons?
Mo, dame un consejo.
¿Sí?
Tengo un amigo que se llama Juan Bautista Junior Shabadú.
El peor nombre que he oído.
¡Ah, es Juan Bautista!
Yeah,
poor guy.
I was such a fan of The Simpsons that I watched it in every language it was available.
Wow. You watch Chinese Simpsons?
I watched the entire show. Well, seasons 1 through 12 in
Mhm.
English, Spanish, German,
No, you didn't.
Japanese.
You're lying.
Mhm.
I'm serious.
What is the B
I've never lied once in my life.
the B character in Spanish?
Yeah.
Is he
Interesting.
like revered or is the
They
yeah.
actually, when it was broadcasted on Univision, they mostly edited out anything not containing it was only the B man.
It was only the B man.
It's like when they played The Wire on BET and they cut out all the docs.
Yeah, they cut
Right.
out all the Greeks.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that shit.
That is so funny.
It's so funny. Season 2, yeah. Episodes were like 13 minutes long.
Yeah. Like that Mad TV bit where they edit The Sopranos for
Sopranos
PAX.
was so
Yeah.
awesome.
That's such a good
It's
fucking
such
sketch.
a funny sketch.
That show was so funny. Dude, I pitched I shouldn't just say it on the show. I said like I've been sending Shane sketch ideas. And
Yeah.
Obviously a little too hot for TV. even in the Shane universe.
In the Gillis verse, they're like, "Nah, we're gonna need
Yeah.
you to walk that back."
But I was thinking about just spending the money. It would cost like $100,000 to make it,
Mm-hmm.
and then just releasing it secretly. But that's never gonna. I mean, being honest, it's never gonna happen.
Mhm.
$100,000 is a lot to spend on a bit.
Yeah. So
On a
this
sketch.
the sketch idea is like, it's like it's like set up like Independence Day or whatever. So the aliens have already like destroyed something. And it's the Oval Office, and there's a bunch of generals there.
Mhm.
And they're like, we don't know, like they're trying to figure out like what the aliens want or what they're doing, and and then one of the generals is like, Mr. President, there's someone you have to meet, and then he like opens the door, and it's his like redneck cousin,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, who's this guy? He's like, Mr. I don't want to just. He's like, Mr. President, I've been studying this my entire life, and you have to hear me out. But these guys are boop, and it's just the N-word. And then
aliens. with
Everyone's
the
like,
N-word.
yeah, and everyone's like, what the fuck, And he's like, not black people, not black
The
people. We got
aliens.
that one wrong.
Yeah,
All right, that wasn't them.
yeah.
But this time, I'm sure of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
the premise is
Okay.
it's just like, what do you mean?
I get it.
They're
Yeah.
bad.
He's like,
basically.
the data was wrong the last time, but we can't
Oh,
let the mistakes of the
okay.
past. Yeah. So this guy just believes in the
Uh-huh.
concept of the N-word.
of the N-word, and it happens to apply to these aliens.
And this time this time he's sure of it. It's aliens.
yeah,
And they're like, so what do we do?
yeah.
And then the whole world has to like call them the N-word, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Then it
Interesting.
just cuts to the alien ship. And they're like, and then the subtitles are like, they figured out who we are.
Oh.
And then they leave.
They just leave.
They leave.
Oh, because it hurts
Seems
their
like-
feelings?
Yes.
Seems like they would just fight them or something.
Uh-huh.
No.
Take
That's-
over the world.
Well, the premise is, Never mind. It's the idea is that it's just about a guy that believes in the concept
I got
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I just don't see why that would stop the alien N words.
because it's a sketch.
okay.
Because
okay.
it's not a real
I
premise.
still think you have to defeat them some other way.
Yeah, by throwing water on
That's
them.
my little note.
Like in the movie Sign.
I like what you're going for. I like it a lot. I just think they need to be vanquished.
Mm-hmm.
And if it costs another $30,000, so be it. you know?
Yeah.
If you have to buy CGI lasers.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
not-
have to get industrial light and magic
I'm not.
involved.
We already blew the budget.
Oh yeah. On what?
Los Simpsons. Los Simpsons.
Oh, we're gonna be paying for that, Buster.
Are we?
Yeah, for the Los Simpsons are gonna sue us.
Don't give them any ideas, dude.
Dude,
I'm
fucking
sorry.
just chill out, dude.
Yeah, it'd be funny if like Mexican Simpsons had to sue you, and it couldn't be the regular one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. We're never going to Mexico. Have you ever been to Mexico?
Adam went
Oh,
on,
yeah.
on a date by himself.
I've been a bunch of times.
I'm
That
trying
might
to
be the
get-
country I've gone to most.
I'm trying to go to Mexico City.
It's the best. Mexico City is so cool.
Why don't you tell everyone what you did there, Adam?
I went to just gorgeous lunches, gorgeous dinners. Just me and my pals. What are you doing? Are you doing some sort of prank? What you're pressing the?
Okay, never mind.
Okay. I can get back into it.
Yeah.
I stayed in La Roma,
No, it's too late now.
in the neighborhood.
What were you
La
up to
Roma.
at night?
I don't know. I went with like
Do any
6
nights
buddies.
Do any nights stand out?
We got a mariachi band to come to the house. That was pretty funny. It was
Yeah.
very loud,
So it
incredibly
was just
loud.
it was just guys that came over to the house. Did any women ever come over?
There were a couple girls that came over. Our
Yeah.
friend was like living down there.
What kind of
and he knew
girls
a
was he
bunch of-
friends with?
He was friends with like I don't know girls that live there in Mexico City.
You must have gotten a lot of pussy.
No, I didn't get any pussy.
No?
Yep, 0 pussy on that trip.
Interesting.
Interesting, huh?
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
Sounds awesome.
it was very cool. We should go. There's this restaurant called Contramar that we went to. That was some of the best food I've ever had.
Contramal.
Yeah, Contramar. And they had a fish that was a green sauce on one side. It was like a whole fish,
Mm-hmm.
and then half of it was green and half of it was red.
That's awesome.
Fantastic fish. Very good.
I've heard a lot of people have sex with prostitutes when they're in Mexico.
No, I think you can do that in America.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Someone told me that a blowjob in Nicaragua is about $30 though.
That's cheap.
That's not a lot of money.
That is pretty good.
That's pretty good for a blowjob as far as blowjobs go.
Yeah. I've never paid to get my dick sucked, but I could $30.
$30.
That's
what?
enough. That's a seamless order.
Yep. Oh, that's not even a seamless
Not even.
order.
You're right. It's half.
It's half.
Half
That's
of a
no
modest-
appetizers, no tip.
Yeah. Well, you tip.
Of course you tip. You got to tip every time,
I
in
got
my
a-
opinion.
I got a tip for you.
What is that?
Tip of my dick.
What do you,
I have it for you right
it's
here.
for me?
It's for you.
What am I supposed to
suck.
do?
To suck on
Oh,
it.
just suck.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for listening to this episode, and we're gonna get cheesesteaks and watch 48 Hours, or we're gonna eat chili.